Probably in some parts of the world, maybe.
I'm clicking buttons saying going live, and it's saying things. It says we're live. It's telling me we are live.
Cool. Well, then
It's
we're probably
probably
live
live
then.
then. There's a good chance we're live. 99% chance we're live. Can we get a confirmation that we're live, everybody?
We're live, Tom.
We're
It's
live. Cool, cool. Alrighty then. What's up, everyone? US Open is happening right now. Okay, cool. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Nick. Wonder if Johannes and JP and Bishal and Lemonade and Anna, Foisey are still in here. George, Panesh.
I think SPX gonna dive and then it's gonna pump. So down and then up, not up down, but down up,
Down, up.
down up, and then down down down, up down up down, like that.
All right.
Combo, like a Mortal Kombat, kind of
Combination
thing.
combo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some cheat code, some.
Down down up. Yeah, let's see. I think a little bit down, and what I mean, yeah, and then probably up.
Where, like here? Here?
No. I'm
Or
looking
just like
at
a little bit down and then up?
Well, I'm just looking at like low time frame, like the open, just like 15 minutes maybe.
What's up, everyone? Okay, yeah, probably. It sounds like down, up, down, 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 up, down.
It's
down,
either
up.
down up, or it's up down. It's one of those, Tom.
Most likely. I mean, I don't think it's sideways like this. So it is either down, up, or up, down for sure. Yeah. I would. I mean, agree with that.
It could be up too. It could be up down, or it could be down down up. So it's
one of those. One of those is. For sure. All right. Welcome, everyone, listening to us carry on about
Mortal
Kombat cheat codes.
Combinations, yeah.
Combinations, yeah. All right, cool. Make sure you like the video when you come in, everyone. Welcome to another live stream. We appreciate having you all here once more. Remember, this is your opportunity to ask any questions you have about, strategy, about trades you're seeing, about the algo, about whatever it is. If you're new, then let us know if you've got any questions, and we will make sure we point you in the right direction. So it's great to be back. Another week. A lot of volatility to start off the week, right? Plenty of volatility to start off the week across like pretty much all risk on assets. And you can see, we had this big old gap here in the VIX. Huge gap in the VIX, just pumped us straight into 25. So it makes a bit of sense that, we're calling off now around 25, because this is that point, where we stalled out so many times previously in the VIX. That we're kind of cooling off to see what's going to happen next.
I heard a rumor that one of the rocks were going up. But I'm not sure. But I heard a rumor one of the rocks was going up. Let's have a look.
XAU?
Well,
Gold
could
rock?
be.
Could be.
Gold rock going up? I mean,
it's not like epically up, but it's...
All right, I guess there's no narrative of wealth protection there.
No, Gold Rock is Gold Rock's a funny one though. Like Gold Rock acts sometimes like the S&P 500, and then sometimes it acts like a bond as well. It's like I don't know which one Gold Rock is going to be at what time.
What about the other rock, the Silver Rock?
Oh yeah, let's look at Silver Rock. Harry Knight's asking if can we only take sonar trades and be successful. You know what's funny, Harry? We had another person pass. We've had quite a few pass the funding program now, the first stage, and we had another guy pass this week who solely took sonar trades.
Only sonar trades.
100% sonar trades in the account. And it's like, it's just, I don't know, I just look at it and smile and go, you know what, like we built some great tech here.
Well, this is going to be very evident for people very soon when we launch the next update of when we launch the next update, a lot of people are gonna get like a "oh, I see" moment, and it's gonna do a lot for people in terms of like understanding what good and bad setups look like, when to take them, and also just like general start to really build like an idea of how do markets move and what sort of markets move at the same time.
Yeah, I agree. I get the same feeling from what we're looking at now. You get a really good idea of on that day or in that week whether the market's respecting trend, not respecting trend, what markets are moving together. So you get a really good idea of correlations, kind of thing, when you just. I'm not going to give away too much, but yeah, I knew it. Yes.
But it's also just it's also just interesting to look at some of these trades being put out in the new Sonar. Like some of these trades being put out, and even if something don't fill, the direction is absolutely correct.
Yes.
It's like there's no doubt. It was just it didn't hit the entry, but the direction was absolutely correct.
Yeah, for sure. Like bias was like for sure right. It's just like maybe the trend was just so strong we just never got there. Like kind of like this right here, this level here would have been like amazing to sell, but it's just like trend is so strong to the downside, we just literally miss it right there.
Yeah. What's that? Silver Rock?
Yeah, that's Silver Rock, mate. That's Silver
Rock. Silver Rock so weak, just didn't even
it didn't even come to our 100% alignment level. Exactly. So meh underscore is saying, hey Tom, will there be a separate YouTube video that explains about X mode briefly? Kind of confused. I'm sure like there's a YouTube video about X mode. There's plenty of X mode videos in the academy as well. Not only in week 2, but also in the extended content section of the academy. So if we jump in here to the academy, you can, so you just go to this little hat here. Let's just pause that. If you go to week 2, we have RTD and X mode, that video right there. And then in the extended content section, we've got Asger talking all about X mode. Like, I don't know, pretty much all through this section here, you talk a bunch about X mode. I think that's where you... Oh, here we go. We've got 3 sections here on X mode. Let's talk X mode part 1, X mode part 2. And then there's like, I think we're up to like 150 videos on YouTube now. So amongst...
so just put in Breakfree Trading and then X mode. If you just put that in the search bar and search that, it will come up. You'll get some different results. X mode being used in different ways is excellent. It works really well. It works really, really, really well.
For sure. So
look at that. SPX is doing the down. I mean, it's doing the down combination.
Oh,
you see that?
Yeah, I see it. I do see it. Yes, I see it. Yes. So yeah, there's heaps on YouTube about X mode. I mean, even in the essentials videos, there's stuff about like market structure where I talk specifically about X mode. So if it's confusing you, you just kind of need to consume these. Even these live streams, we talk a ton about X mode in these live streams as well. So yeah, we are pushing through here. So let's see. Let's just monitor how this goes for the rest of the
I said down up.
You did. Right? You said down up. Yep. Yeah.
You didn't, guys. It's just a joke when we say it, because in general markets can only move 2 ways. It's either up or it's going down. So
we're not trying to predict anything.
No, it's just jokes. But it's just jokes. Oh yeah.
All right. Anyone got any questions about setups or anything like that they're seeing? Let's just refresh here.
Well, I'm looking at a lot of setups, but obviously I cannot talk too much about them right now. But we will be able to talk about them on Friday.
On Friday, yeah. So someone asked when we're expecting the update.
So if all goes according to plan, on Friday we should have some sort of update for you guys. And it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. It's a lot of improvements. Before Sonar even came along, back in the days, I mean, it almost seems like primitive at this point. But back in the days, when we were scrolling through watch list, like manually going through our watch list, like searching for setups. And then people, our customers would always ask, like, well, we want alerts. We want to know when the setups. And I always explain to people, well, this has to be done in a very delicate way, in a very specific way in order to deliver a good product and something that works. And after a couple of months with Navigator out, we released Sonar in November last year, and it was a good improvement, but it had some flaws, but it was a good improvement. And what we're going to release next will really just take completely care of these last issues that kind of have been going on with Sonar, and just revamp the entire experience of trading. Trading, and oh, I'm so excited. I wanna tell you guys more, but it's kind of hard not to let it all out. But it's gonna really propel everything forward for everyone. It's gonna be massive. So
it is almost like a whole new experience. Like it feels very different when you're trading. Like it feels like a very, very different experience.
And this update, it just solves so many different issues at the same time. Like it's really broad. It's really broad, and it really takes care of all these things that we have been trying to engineer solutions for a long time, because it's not that easy to figure this out. No one else has done what we are working on and what we are about to release. No one. There's nothing even like really close to this at all. So it is really exciting. It's gonna be it's gonna be really fucking great.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Man, we got a great team though, right? Amazing team. Amazing team.
So we got a question from Jonas. CHF JPY is playing out right now. It is at third entry. We can only enter with limit orders. What to do if you want in? Let's have a look.
Yeah.
CHF JPY. Okay. So what I usually do in these scenarios, what I would usually do is I would click like Tom just did, and I would place that third position like this. I would put this in because I like the setup. I think it looks good. I can just immediately see that I think this looks good. Yep, gotta take care of that. Okay. So I would place this first limit order, and then I would open it again, place one more time, and I would change it to market instead of limit order, and I would execute that to get exposure. And then the last one, I would kind of just like wait a little bit, because it is kind of like it is kind of like you have to adjust those, of course. It is a little bit impulsive. I mean, if you haven't placed this order already ahead by the time the market's coming up and you're just seeing it as it comes in, well, it's good to, and if it looks good, it's good to get some exposure to it and get into this trade. But the last position, I'll just hold on, just see what happens. Just see what happens. But
when would you hold on till once this candle closes?
I mean,
or would you drop down to like 4 hour and wait for a 4 hour close or something, and then?
I mean, it's pretty complicated. It doesn't have to be that complicated. You can also go ahead and market execute it immediately. The general idea is just be like a little bit more safe about these quick trades that you want to enter immediately like this, because maybe it's not the most thought out trade or something like this, and you haven't seen something, whatever it is.
I guess what you're saying is like do one and then just take a breath and be like, okay, am I just throwing myself in right now, or is this like a legit opportunity? And then if you decide it's legit, then you go, okay, cool, I'll place the next one.
As long as we are trading with these principles of proper risk management, great stop loss positions, great targets, and just a general idea of how to execute the trade, and it's in our favor and the trend is with us. As long as all those things are going right, like whether you take the one more position here, or you wait, it's not too important, really. It's really not too important.
Yeah.
Up to you, really.
Let's take it. We've got someone who's new. I just started. I picked up the basic plan yesterday and already 2 trades are going on with demo account. Awesome, man. Awesome. So make sure, like I showed you before, that you jump into the academy in that tab over here, and make sure you watch the entire academy, all of that content through there, and you'll get a really good idea of how to get started now that you're a Breakfree trader. So welcome. Hi family, am in new in trading. Appreciate technical analysis. It's difficult to start trading. We try to make it as simple as possible for you. Trading is simple, not easy.
The whole idea of Xmod is that it really so the problem with technical analysis is that it really takes like a long time to actually do it correctly, meaning that you put your trend lines in the correct way, and you build out a general confidence in yourself of what it is that you're seeing on the chart and so on. And this takes a lot of time really to figure this out. A lot of people spend around 6 months, 12 months on just like on the learning technical analysis and learning to use the different tools correctly. So the idea with Xmode is that even if you place the trend lines like perfectly perfect, which some people learn over time, and that's very good, what you often will find is that the points of interaction that really matters with that the trend lines, the result that you actually arrive at when you use technical analysis or other tools, is that you get the same levels as the Xmode. At the end of the day, you can often just rely on the Xmode levels. They are much better, and they are objective. It means that you don't fall into the same errors as a lot of people do when they do technical analysis, meaning that they don't put their trend lines properly. They don't even understand how they should be put, and they just putting in some way, and it misleads them into where they should be executing the trades, what they should be focusing on, and so on. So that's why Xmode is really good. It's an objective algorithm that in real time detects levels that is present and that will be important in the future, and it does this constantly. Every second, every minute, it checks this, and it works so well. And that's why it's so good, because it's objective. It's like it doesn't matter what you think, like whatever you think or whatever it is that you really see in front of you, it doesn't matter, because I guarantee you, machines and computers in general, they're 10 times better at trading than humans are, because humans just suck so much when it comes to trading. Like they're terrible. We're good at so many different things, but trading, it's like we're really bad at it. But we love to be engaged with it. We love to work with it. All right, let's continue on.
Yeah, for sure. Hey Jens, can you please take a look at USD CAD 1 day consolidating, or what should we be looking for to observe the trend? Let's have a look at USD CAD. We'll take a look at USD CAD and we'll answer Harry's question next. Okay, so USD CAD 1 day time frame consolidating. I mean, this is absolutely an uptrend to me. Like, just visually, I see uptrend. RTDs tells me uptrend for sure. Like, I
see good wicks.
Yeah,
I see sexy and good wicks on the previous 2 days candles. Unlike, like, if you pay attention to the previous pumps in USD CAD, you can see that it was like a 1 day pump followed the next day by some pretty bearish candles. Now, if you pay attention to the candle yesterday in USD CAD, you can see that it was sold down, but all the buyers came in to, maybe you can zoom a little bit in, Tom.
Yeah, sure.
You can see that the sellers did come in and they sold it all the way down, actually even below the daily open of the previous day. And even though that's pretty bearish for something like that to take place, the buyers came in and pulled it up, and then today you're seeing again sellers but also buyers. So it's looking pretty good.
Yeah,
it's looking good.
And I think it's a really reasonable stop loss as well. Yeah. Very good chance to get out break even if it pushes through here. If this pushes through, there's a great chance that we see a consolidation below the level where you can get out at break even before it dumps, if that does end up happening. And then, TPs are completely reasonable, completely reasonable. So I think in general, it looks like a great trade. Good bias, good stop loss, good TPs, and price action looks nice.
I just got a trade in on Sugar at 15-minute time. Maybe we'll take a look at that.
What's
Sugar
the ticker?
USD.
Sugar
USD. Yeah, Sugar.
What's it called? Sugar.
Yeah.
Harry's asking, do we get recorded training with the funding program? Seen some people talking about it inside the global chat. Yeah, Harry, you do. You get how many weeks has it been now? 15
at least
16 weeks at least, I think. So yeah, it's about 15 or 16 hours of recorded group coaching sessions, which is probably like
very high quality, very high quality stuff you will not find anywhere else that I personally worked on with Tom. And it's very impressive. And Tom's ability to deliver it is like, I would say, even better than my own. So that just that alone is worth the money. But then you also get the funded account. And when you make it to stage 2, we will work with you personally one-on-one to improve your trading.
Yeah.
Because I mean, obviously, we really care about you when you start to handle our real money, because it's very important that you operate in your best capacity to generate you and us money. Like, you're an asset to us. So, yep, that's a lot. That's a lot. Let's look at 15-minute times.
Sure. Hey, Alex, how are you? Hey. Oh, you caught an entry and you caught TP1 already. Nice. Free money, huh? Free money.
Not too bad.
And did you use the new sonar to find this one, bud?
Oh, I cannot comment on the new sonar. What is the new sonar?
What is the new sonar? I don't know. I've never heard of it.
I cannot comment on that. It's confidential, Tom.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of pound Singapore dollar? Pound SGD. Let's take a look at that. I don't have a time frame, but let's just look at it. We'll go back to our SPX and see what's going on there.
It's going up. It's going up. It did the combo. It did the model.
It did the combo. Yeah.
Yeah. It did the down up.
Pound Singapore dollar 15-minute time frame. I mean,
it's such a classic thing in general for markets. When they open that, whatever direction that they're going in, they will reverse back in the opposite, and sometimes even take out the highs after that, or lows after that. Well, the new sonar should get you excited, Harry. It's I'm not trying to hype it at all, but it's a big deal. It's gonna change, and it's gonna change a lot, and it's gonna take everything that people ever wanted and produce it and deliver it to you, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with it, everyone together. Tom?
Yes. I'm looking at the market. Pound Singapore dollar 1-day time frame. This is what people are asking about here. Okay.
What does that look to you like before it broke down?
Yeah, it looks like a bear flag, right?
Yeah.
More like a flag, whatever. Yeah. A bearish consolidation in a downtrend. Yeah, I think it looks good. I think this looks like a good trade. I mean, if we get back here, I mean, it's in a massive downtrend. So if we're lucky enough to get back there, I'd sell it for sure. Great stop loss.
I can't tell you, Nick. If I told you now, there would be no fun in this. You're gonna have to wait a few more days.
Yeah. But yeah, this looks like a great position to get into. Like, I mean, it ticks all of the boxes. Fantastic bias, great stop loss, good TPs, dumped out of here like very hard. So yeah.
And if you look to the past of this market, like just in the previous since like February, it has a tendency to dump and then retest and then dump again. So that's pretty good. We like that. We like to see that.
For sure. I think it's a good trade if anyone's placing this one. Leo said he
Nat
joined the program 2 weeks ago and must say I feel like I've broken a major wall. Awesome, Leo. That's fantastic. Great to hear.
Panache Shimani is asking us about nat gas. Let's have a look at nat gas, because it's doing shitcoin things, It's doing inflation. It's doing inflation stuff. It's doing.
Yeah.
SPX is going up. It's really doing the down up combo. Okay. Oh, look at that. It's like a blow off top. It's like a shitcoin top. It's like a inflation top.
Yeah. I mean, it's in a strong enough trend to look at taking something like this, but I'd be mindful that, we could pull back deeper to somewhere like here as well.
Could also not.
We could also not. Yeah, I know. We could also. It's a trade that I'd be willing to take a punt on, right? This trade right here. I'd be willing to take a punt that this massive uptrend will continue. This uptrend from like $1.50 to $5.50.
But to be honest, this doesn't look like the top to me. To me, this doesn't look like the final top in this market. It looks like a pullback, but I think it can go. I think it can go steeper. I think it can go higher.
Yeah, for sure. It's funny, like how high has this been in the past? I mean, it's been in this territory in the past, right?
It has, yeah.
It's been up here in the past, so it's not like super crazy to see this market up here.
It could be the top, but if you don't think it's the top, you think this one has room to go, this is how you would go about buying it. Yeah. This is how you would go about getting into it. But it's not pretty. It's a pretty direct descent. It's like it's pretty direct. But is it worth a long? Yes, we long until we are wrong. In general, that's the principle. Long till wrong.
Yeah.
I bet there's a bunch of cons trying to short this, and they're probably gonna short it straight into that entry.
Yeah, I mean, there's people going like, there's momentum to the downside. This is really bearish. And then, just see bearish candle, just tons of bearish candles in a row. And they go, okay, now it's time to short. They start shorting down here. And then it just pumps back up, cleans out their stop losses, takes TP1. And then if it does want to continue on going, then it'll continue going down, Something like that. Yep. You see these little like bull traps in here, all the time kind of thing. Before it does continue on down, clean out some stop losses from the people who sold, like 6 consecutive bearish candles in a row.
But I would also not be surprised to just see it go straight down, like literally just like straight.
Yeah. This just goes to show you never know what's going to happen in the markets, right?
It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. But if this is your market and you are confident it's going to go higher, or you've been waiting for this is it. That's how you. This is where you got to step in to buy. SPX really doing the down up combo, Tom. Let's go have a look at 1 minute SPX 500 for a second.
I've got someone messaging me. They should join the stream and ask the questions here.
Yeah, you're probably a guy, Tom. 1 minute, please. We want a low time frame.
Oh,
look at that!
Wow.
You see? I told you the down up combo.
The down up combo. Now, what did you say? Yep. Down up down up down, something like this. Yeah.
Down up down up down up. Did you get that?
Yeah. Someone write that down.
Oh. Down. Oh, look at that. It's taking out the highs now. That's pretty cute.
Yeah.
That's pretty cute. Okay, where can this thing go to? Let's go look at 1 hour. Where can it potentially go to? I mean, this could be it that all did now. Oh, so look at that. So it probably takes that high. It probably takes that high from a couple of, what is that? That. And then dumps. It might even go all the way up to 44.53 and then massively dump. Like, it's very notorious. Like, that's the thing I noticed about SPX when I'm trading it, is that it always extends more than you think.
Yeah.
Like it really just loves to do that.
USD Swiss franc. Please tell us, Nick is saying.
Oh, first GBP USD.
Pound US dollar is the next one. Okay.
Yeah.
Pound USD on the 1 hour time frame. Oh, we're already on it. Cool.
So this guy is saying, I'm attempting to identify reversal. No, you should not be doing that. What you should be doing is you should okay. All right. Here's the quick lesson for y'all. When we are in a downtrending market as strong as this is, your goal is not to attempt to identify the reversal point where it's going to start to go up again. That's not your goal. Mm-hmm. You don't give a shit about that, in fact. What your goal is that to wait for the reversal point. For all the idiots out there, all the noob traders that think, oh, this is going to be reversal point, and they pump all their money into this thing to make it go up. And just as they think, oh, we are home safe, bam, we short the noobs. You know, we short them, and it just goes straight down and make a new low, because all these noobs are caught up into this long position in a downtrend, and they will get stopped out. That's your goal. We don't buy downtrending markets. We short them. It's the same.
Picking bottoms is a noob's game. It's a noob's game.
It's the same with uptrending markets. We don't short uptrending markets. We buy with the trend. We wait for other people to make the mistake, and then we take that money. That's the way we go about it.
For sure. Right. Yeah, so definitely don't be buying this now.
Yeah, definitely not this thing. Like even if you had to buy like a downtrending market, this is definitely not
this is not the one.
I can tell you
This is not the one.
This is not the one. This ain't it. Yeah. This ain't it. Because look at this thing, how it's just been crossing that support, crossing that extension 1, and now it's like nearly at extension 2.
Yeah.
It's like
this is so close to a range expansion for sure, and then it's just like, how much deeper can we go kind of thing is the question
this
then.
One can drill. I promise you, this one can drill to the core of this one can go deep, like Mariana Trench deep. It can...
Mariana Trench deep. Yeah, don't buy this. Don't buy this. For sure.
Yeah. Next one. USD. What was it? USD CHF.
USD Swiss franc.
From Alex Arroyo.
What do we have a time frame?
No, we have nothing, Tom.
Okay. Who said USD? Okay, Alex said USD Swiss franc.
Well, what's the?
Let's go 1 day. We'll start there.
All right. So this thing is kind of doing the like some sort of. It's like curving upwards.
Yeah.
And it does not look like it's finished yet.
So this is what I'm thinking immediately, right? I need to push above here. I need a retest of that, and then I take it to the upside.
Something like that. And I would still buy it if it went to that NSS at. Yeah,
something like that.
I would still buy it down there.
They're two options for sure.
I would be buying this for quite some time before I really give up on this market. It looks like uptrend to me. There's room for uptrend. I like whenever you see a curve like this, like that. Maybe you can draw it out the entire thing. Yeah. Whenever you see that, actually from the from the left.
I saw that. Yeah.
Whenever you see that, when you see like a continuation of that, it's usually a sign of some sort of buying program, algorithm, institution, whatever you want to call it. Someone wants to buy this. I don't know why they want USD versus the Swiss franc. It doesn't matter why they want it, but someone is buying it. And they've been buying it for some time, and I don't think they're done. And usually what it ends up with is like a spike upwards. And I don't think this spike we had was the one. But it could be, but I don't think so. So it's still a buy. Actually, I think I got stopped out on a 50-minute trade on this market yesterday or something like that.
Yeah, I remember this. This is very vivid to me as well. Yeah.
And that's okay. It was a reasonable trade to take. But it's very volatile right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it'll be all right. All right, let's see.
USD Swiss franc. What's hi there?
Nick
Sorry, I
want to
missed
talk.
a lot. No.
Nick wants to talk about BTC. We can talk about BTC, Nick, but it's not a happy week. It's not a. We're not singing the happy song this week. I can tell you that. It's not looking too good, Chief. It's I mean, at least if we wanna have any hope for BTC, it has to take back 43,750. It has to take back this, and then maybe we can talk about, there's some possibility for some upside. But as it's looking right now, it's not great. It's not good. And one of the main concerns here is how RTD is looking. So if you go to like 4 hour, 4 would be good, and you zoom like all the way out. Actually, I think we're probably gonna. Okay, that's okay. It's all right. So if you pay attention to back in April, May time, that's where we had the first time. Maybe you can make the RTD a little bit higher, a little bit bigger. That's good. That's great. What you really got to pay attention to in markets when it comes to trending markets is that RTD and the local, how it's behaving. And you can see that all the way since December, BTC had been in a very nice uptrend with continuous pullback. But all of these pullbacks were kind of contained at the global. Can you highlight, Tom?
Yeah.
Right. Great highlight and call choice. But
thank you. I do appreciate your sarcasm. Every day I appreciate your sarcasm.
so you can see that since December we were in like a very nice uptrend, and we had these continuous pullback, but all of them were pretty contained, meaning that they stopped at the global bottom, and then they continued to the upside. Now, when did we start to get into trouble?
Going in there now.
I just stopped talking. So when did we get into trouble? We got into trouble in late April. Late April, you can see that the local, just use the mouse, Tom. Just show the mouse. Late April with the RTD.
Yeah.
You can see the local just dived way below the global. And it did it for quite some time. And that is very, very damaging to the overall trend. And it is like the first time it happens when you have an uptrend like this, that's where you're really getting like a warning sign, like, hey, this ain't good. Like, this is not what we wanted to see. This shows weakness, and weakness invites more weakness. And if you go back to our stream we had back then, you can kind of hear it in our voices at that time, like, this is not really looking good, but maybe we didn't really take it serious enough at the time. But you really got to pay attention whenever you see this in any market. Whenever you see the local dive below the global, like it did here, it's not good. Okay, you really need like a very strong bounce to come back from this. And so far, this is the same that we're seeing happen now in today's time. But the problem is the global is looking very different this time compared to back then. And we are at a very different price point than we were back then. And if this is going to sell off, it will be much more aggressive than it was the first time, because this is known as the C leg, and C legs are notorious. It's just these are not Elliott wave principles. These are more like market principles of how markets tend to move. Think of it like this way. You had people who bought Bitcoin maybe at $10,000. They rode it all the way to $64,000. They didn't take profit. They made $50,000 unleveraged. That's pretty nice profit. Then they didn't take profit, and they rode this all the way down to basically 29,000, meaning they lost $30,000 of the profit, half of their profit. Okay. So now you have to think, this kind of person, what he's thinking in his mind is like, okay, I know Bitcoin is going to bounce. And when it bounces, I want a good bounce. And if it's not good, I'm just going to get out because I know what's going to happen. And this is kind of the principles of the C wave. So we had the A wave, which was from 64,000 all the way down to 29,000, and then from 29,000 we almost, well, we did retest 50,000. We went to 53,000.
Yeah.
And then we had a fucking aggressive sell-off. And this is the exact characteristics of a C wave. And this is not it. Like, it's not done yet. This probably goes to 25K, in my opinion. That's what I think. Not like immediately, not like you're gonna wake up tomorrow's 25K, but over the next 4, 8, 12 weeks, unless this thing really bounces or holds. Like, at first you gotta hold 37,500. But I think there's a good case that Bitcoin can go to 25,000 from here. That's not the end of the world. That's perfectly fine. As a Bitcoin holder and as a guy who likes Bitcoin, you have to remember Bitcoin were trading at $5,000 roughly 1 year ago at this time, So, right? No, a little bit higher, 8,000 probably. But still, it's not end of the world.
A year ago, September.
Yeah, about maybe 10K.
8K. Yeah, 8, 10K, something like that. I bought my sister Bitcoin back then.
Oh,
yeah.
That's nice.
It was. What a great brother. Anyway. What?
Okay. So that's the state of the market with BTC. Now, honestly, this is really good for us as traders because it gives us a lot of opportunity to accumulate more BTC and short it down as it turns into a bear trend. And that's great because there's a lot of people who cannot do that. But you have the best tools in the market that was developed literally to short this thing when it goes bear market. So you'll be just fine. Just follow the setups and you'll do just fine.
Fluffy is saying, I'm thinking BTC will hit 100K by December. We'll see.
Well, then you should buy 100K call options, Yeah. It's very simple. Just put your money where you think the market will go. It's possible. Anything can happen, but it needs to. We need a strong push above 43,750.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Like that's the first key level you really want to pay attention to. If it can hold this, there's a chance that the trend can be restored in some sort of consolidation and we can push upwards. But right now it's looking like shit. It's not looking good. And there's a lot of people thinking about taking profit. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah. USD CAD, let's take a look at that. Someone's asking about USD CAD. Is it a potential short on USD CAD? Well, immediately I'm going to tell you no. I know immediately no. No way. What did we just say? No shorting uptrends.
Why you want to short it? Like, what is your theory for shorting? What do you see this guy want to short? I don't see any guy want to shorting USD CAD.
Yeah, Panache.
I see.
Panache, do you see a possible short with USD CAD? I mean, our algo is telling us long, so I don't think so. No, absolutely not. I mean, like, you gotta ask yourself, right? Like, let's just look at this market. If you don't, just look at this market from the perspective of a 12-year-old, right? Immediately. And you just go, okay, up, down, or sideways. And you go, okay, that's definitely up. Look at RTD, it's up, so objectively, subjectively, I'm saying up. Objectively, I've got a great level here that's been respected. It's like, okay, cool. I'd love to buy that from an objective perspective. No, don't short it.
There's no reason
to short this.
There's better markets to short. What do we have in USD category that's downtrending?
The only thing I probably think is
USD JPY. Have a look at that.
USD yen.
Oh, did I just see USD JPY short set up on new Sona? Oh. Anyway, that's a 15-minute trade as well.
Okay.
Oh, it's so much easier, with the new tech.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not showing here.
Not showing on this one.
Anyway, if you wanted to short USD, okay, go for a market like this instead. Let's have a look at 4 hour instead, Tom.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't want to short this either.
It's a bit choppy. I probably would stay away from USD shorts right now. Let's just look at DXY and it'll probably tell us that we don't want to be shorting the US dollar right now. Just chill on the US dollar shorts. Yeah, like, Yeah, I don't want to
Oh,
short.
this thing looks like it's about to start a trend here.
Yeah, yeah, we got. Let's just not short USD. Let's go short something else. Let's short something like Aussie dollar, US dollar,
Or euro, the euro, you know.
or
I bet the
euro.
euro
Yeah,
is shit.
euro. That's a very
I bet
shortable
the
market.
euro is
That's a
shitting its
that's a
pants.
really shortable market. I love.
It's
Yeah,
a real shit coin. It's like the shit coin of fiat. You know, it's the ultimate trash.
I mean, yeah,
Alex is asking if I'm selling my BTC. No, I'm, I don't think there's any point in selling BTC. If you consistently count your BTC value in fiat terms, like in US dollar terms, you're doing it wrong. Because in the short term, on the medium term, it's gonna go up and down like crazy. But in the long term, like 5 years horizon, it's gonna make you a millionaire, no problem, if you have one BTC. So absolutely no reason to do that.
That's not financial advice, by the way.
It is. That is fun.
No, it's not. Advice. It's not. He's lying. It's not financial advice. It's what Asger's doing. Anyway. Aussie dollar, US dollar. Go short Aussie dollar, US dollar if you want to short something that has US dollar in the name. Yeah.
So another example. Great. This is very short. Well, it's more shortable than USD CAD or what we just looked at.
Euro.
That's for sure.
Yeah, Euro USD. Euro USD. Yeah. Hello, Rodolfo. Hello. Amazing to buy at 25k. That's the right way to think about it. Amazing to buy at 25k, Nick. Not sell your spot BTC for sure. Sure.
Like you guys have to think of Bitcoin like the old days when the British settlers came to America and they were giving out land for free just to get people to settle in the country. And today you can't even buy a property, without selling a kitten. Well, that's not even enough. Without selling your entire family off or something. Like it's a unique opportunity and time and space that you're not gonna get ever again in your life. So short-term price fluctuations, it's not worth to sell your BTC for that. Just a normal person who who wants to be exposed to the
future,
to crypto and just wants a great future opportunity. Like it's not worth it because one day you can wake up and Bitcoin is just trading at 250k because fucking BlackRock or some massive investment fund just decided to open buy on the market 250,000 Bitcoins because they got so much fiat. Or if fucking Apple just comes out and say, hey, let's put 10 billion into Bitcoin. Like you can wake up the next day and it could be a 10k and the next day could be 100k and you will miss out that massive gain because you wanted to make short-term gains on revolutionary technology. It's not worth it. I get the mentality, and it sure took me a long time as well to realize this, but it's not worth it.
I think there's a distinction to be made about investments and about trading as well, Asger. Like it doesn't mean that you wouldn't, if BTC goes into a downtrend in your trading account, be shorting BTC, but from a spot perspective, investing wise, you would not be selling it at that same time though.
I would count my winnings in BTC if I was shorting BTC. Like the only reason that I'm happy to see Bitcoin go down is it gives you more opportunity and more time to accumulate more before the price gets too high. So it's a great thing. Don't be concerned. Like you don't have to be concerned about Bitcoin where it's going. Like all you have to do is zoom out and look at the entire history of Bitcoin and just realize nothing is going to change and that if anything, it's just gonna accelerate to a much faster pace, like a much faster pace. They're gonna print money faster. People are gonna deposit money faster into Bitcoin. It's gonna be easier for people to access Bitcoin. It's gonna be like you don't have to worry about that. The only thing you have to worry about is if you have enough. Okay.
Just stake it and let it go, huh?
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's see what else we got. Lawsuits incoming. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay.
So I got USD half on 15 minutes, Tom.
I was just gonna check out the Australian market first.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, I mean that it just looks like S&P 500 at the end of the day, but it's going to, if S&P 500 dumps, this shit is going to dump worse. I mean, look at this here. Look at this, and it's like the Australian market is so, the ASX 200, I really hate it. Like, it only basically just retook like 2007 highs and then just absolutely crashes. And then it's only just
bad.
Pardon?
This looks bad.
This?
Well, just the structure of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like shit, right? And then it just retakes, February 2020 highs. And then it's like, okay, yeah, time to dump again. Like it's basically just got like ASX 200 investors in this for like their whole lives. Anyway, let's jump into USD half, yeah?
15-minute time frame.
Yeah, I'll grab it for you.
15 minutes.
Yeah. I can. What do you think of USD CAD 15 minute? Someone asked about that. Oh. Nice.
I mean, it could just push all the way through as well, but
it could, but I mean,
well, that's the problem with these exotic markets, Oh, that reminds me. Fuck, a market category.
Usually when you see such hard selling in an uptrend into a key level like this, like you're going to have some sort of a relief bounce, and maybe we just catch our entries and then catch our TPs on that relief bounce.
Yeah, so I'm just writing notes. I just remembered something we have to add to the new Sona.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, when you're seeing something so hard, like a push so hard into a key level in an uptrend, a relief bounce is really, not unlikely. It could absolutely happen, but you got to remember, again, like Asger said, it is, a very exotic market, and it could keep dumping down into here. But if that happened, then let's say we rip through this level and then we continue this like hard dump and we push straight into there, then that would be the buy,
Yeah, it's true. It would. Very exotic.
Like, I'd be very, very, very confident with that buying opportunity there, if that's how deep we got. There's no TA on BTC. Chart is out the window. I just think there's no bias at the moment, right? Like, we're... Pardon?
Sorry. Yeah, no, sorry. I was just going to say, let's look at sugar again, the one we were looking at.
Oh, yeah, sure. I just think it's more about no bias right now, Alex, In BTC, we're waiting. Oh, yeah, cool. Got another entry, and then TP. I don't think we've got sugar on our, on the BFT broker, so there's no point. But, yeah. Another TP1. All things going right, hopefully by the end of... Hopefully this week, Michael. If all things work out. What do you think of USD CAD 15 minute? Let's look at USD CAD 15 minute. USD CAD 15 minute time frame. Yeah, I mean, I'd take it. What I'm thinking here, though, is like it's a situation where we might not even get down there before we see a pump. That's what it kind of looks like to me right now. Like, this wick here was the entry I wanted at TP1. Oh, sorry, at entry 1 kind of thing.
But where do people have... the stop? Yeah.
Somewhere there. So yeah, the most obvious stops likely get taken. So there is a chance that we hit extension 1 and then come up like that. I think it's very reasonable. I think this is very reasonable, for sure. For sure. you know, this is that mean reversion, right? You know, we've got market consolidating up here in an uptrend, dumps out like that, takes out some stops, comes back up like that. The down up, down up move. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Get any other questions in? But yeah, I like this this idea. Cool. All right. Yeah. Yeah, Alex. That's what you meant. No bias right now, for sure. Oh, down up.
Oh yeah, let's have a look. Oh, look at that! It did the down.
It did
Sorry,
the down up.
It did the down down, the down up, up, and it should
up.
and now it should do a down and then up.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah. And then a down. Down, up, down, A, B, X, Y, L, R. Can't remember what the game was from that. Fun session. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it, man. Cool. What else are we looking at here? Oh, it's so...
I know, primitive. I know.
Yeah, I feel like an ape just clicking these buttons now.
Look. Thanks, Tom. No, but it is truly going to be it's truly going to be a different experience for all our users when we launch this next update.
Yeah.
Like this update is primarily focused on Sona and our community, and of course we have a lot other updates, you know, planned and so on. But what I think this update will do is that it's going to serve as a benchmark for how quickly navigators experience can change for people, and just how different trading can be when you have access in real time to new setups and it's delivered in a nice user-friendly way. And these things just take time to figure out, you know. It's like Apple when they launched their iPhone, the first iPhone, it was trash. You know, half of the customers returned it the day after. It literally got 50% return rate on that. And then when the second one was better, and then the iPhone 4, they botched it up. It was like you couldn't even hold it in your left hand. You would block the antennas. Sometimes it just takes time to, you know, get design right and get the user experience right. But we're doing stuff on a level that no one else is, and it was definitely worth the time to arrive at what it is we're going to present to you guys on Friday. So I think this is it, Tom. Here, we got Sanj is asking for Silver Rock USD on 4 hour.
4 hour. And then we've got Heartless. You said picking bottoms is a noob's game. What game do elite traders play? You want to do that while I get up this chart?
Sure. So elite traders game is how good can I snipe an entry with proper size, real size, without risking, you know, without having like a massive chance of getting stopped out. And what I mean is that there's ways for you to maximize your reward versus your risk. So you're able to risk even you know, traditionally our trades are set up as 1.7 to 1 risk reward. But that means you would risk, let's say $100 to get back $170, you know, just that's the number we're working with. But there's a way for you as well to work with where you're risking $100, but with the opportunity to make back $1,000 in one trade. So you're still within your risk limits. You're still doing your risk management properly, but at very specific time and moments, in moments of time, there's an opportunity for you to make these trades where you can make massive reward versus the risk without exposing yourself to like blowing your account, something like that. That's the kind of games I like to play, and those are the kind of games that makes you like real money. Those are the kind of games that buys you jet skis, yachts, and like really nice stuff. But it takes a long time to get there, and it's a lot of people fool themselves into believing that they're ready for it before they're even ready for it, and people can be stuck in that perpetual cycle a very long time. So that's the reason we don't teach it and we don't talk about it, because this is something that people discover themselves. Okay, like when you are able and capable of doing that and pulling out that sort of money from a market, you don't need someone else to teach you that. It comes to you naturally. It's like it's a process. Okay, and then you just learn it on your own. So
well, it's about conviction as well when you're doing that type of thing, right? You know, you can't just trade like that without conviction, and that's the problem that people have, right? It's like putting on, you know, these massive risk to reward trades with no conviction whatsoever in that market, and you know, trying to pick the bottom with a huge risk to reward and just getting stopped out. And you know, you got to, number one, be trading with the trend. So that's if that's where you are in your journey, you know, trading with the trend is your the first kind of demon that you've got to beat. Trade with the trend first. Trade around a key level. Place great TPs. Place a great stop loss, and then you can start optimizing those TPs and optimizing those stop losses as you build conviction more and more and more with the way you've decided to trade.
So Eugene, I just want to clarify. He's asking, does the updates fix saving data issues, quality, etc.? So I use Navigator every fucking day for my trading, and I don't have any issues with saving chart data, anything like this. Like it's generally not an issue for me. So if this is an issue, it's probably because you're using it in a way it's not really designed for, using too many tabs or something like this. But generally, I don't have these issues at all. This update is not focused at all on any of these issues with color data or anything like that, because we already done several fixes to try to make this better. We introduced the cloud saving mode, the profiles, and all this stuff to fix it. And again, I don't have these issues. And if it's like a real problem for like if it really was like a huge massive problem for our users, there would be a lot more reports about it, and we would do a lot more about it. But it's often a very isolated small number of users that's using Navigator in a very specific way. I'm not saying we're not going to fix it, but I would much rather deploy my engineers and my own time on developing a next generation machine learning algorithm that's going to outperform everything that you've seen so far. Like, it's just, to me, it's just like, that's the kind of choices that I have to choose between. It's like, hey, do I want to spend even more time on like a very limited amount of users that's having difficulties with some specific little shit issue in Navigator? Or do I want to make a machine learning algorithm that's going to profoundly change the way that people make money through Navigator? For me, that choice is very easy. So, if you want this fixed, I'm not saying we're not going to fix it. I'm just saying, go out, campaign for it, find a group of users, and just keep paying me. Like, just send me ask. And I collected 15 people saying that this issue is like ruining their day. They're losing money. It is shit. We cannot work with this. And I promise you, we'll take it serious. But yeah. That's where we're at, guys.
I think Sanya wanted to ask about this trade here. I'd say the trade looks something like that in her mind. I would assume XAG USD.
Yeah, looks good.
I think it's good. Yeah, I would short this if it got back up to here. I'd absolutely short this for sure. Yeah, I love it. I think it looks great. Anything new about an API? Have you ever said anything about an API? I've never.
No, there's no API in the works, no API coming. No. Navigator is the connecting points for API to us. Like, so there's no need for it. Again, it's too little demand for this. I don't even know what the API would do to our connectings, but I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying it gotta be something a lot of people want.
Well, it would be a question of what for though. Like, yeah, everything can be done already in Navigator as well.
So. Yeah, but there's some people who have like specific stuff they would like to use. They would like to use it in like specific way and so on. I get it. It's just that we focus on like what can do the biggest impact on the users. Can you put something like a button when TP1, TP2 reaches to move the stop loss to entry of trade? Yeah, we probably could do that.
Yeah,
we probably could do that.
I've got someone, Himanshu, hi, I've just joined. Can you please tell me how your instrument or bot can help us in trading? Yeah, for sure. We've got like 35 videos on that. So just click this hat over here. Click this hat. Open this out. And then you can watch
but very few.
Oh, that's me talking. Then you can watch me talking here, telling you all about it. There's 5 videos there. There's another 10 videos here. And then there's another 25 videos here. So this is going to go through everything you need to know on how to use the algorithm to, milk money from markets.
So I'm going to catch the last 3 questions in the chat, and then we're going to run up. The first is iPhone app. Yes, we are building native iPhone, Android, iPad, even Windows and Linux native apps. It's all coming. And will TradeGuide warn me when I'm over leveraging? Well, why don't you try? Why don't you try and see? Automated backtesting and so on. I get it. Lyra, Rafe, I get it. But it's the wrong software for that. That's not within our scope of what we want Navigator to do. So, guys, stay tuned for Friday, where we're gonna roll out an update, and I mean, it will. What time of the day? I'm not exactly sure. It's depending on how much it might impact live trading and so on. We might wait until the forex market actually close, but it will be available over the weekend for crypto. Otherwise, it will be ready on Monday for forex users, and you will also be able to see some setups from the week and so on, and be able to use some of the new stuff that's coming. Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
So
very exciting.
That's it, guys.
Thanks so much for joining, everyone. Appreciate you all. Hopefully you got something out of this session. Remember to leave your likes and comments on this video to go into that chance to win that 10K funded account at the end of September, okay? All right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic day, night, whatever. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.